Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this session. And the agenda of this session is to carry out revision of week 10 of game theory of BS applications in data science of IIT Madras. I'll just share my screen. Okay, I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so week 10 is all about auctions, okay, various type of auctions, and what should the buyers, okay, they should bid in all types of auctions, and what are the sellers' revenues.
Mhm.
So just
Acha,
covering
just
the,
before we start,
yeah,
in this final
yes,
quiz, we are expecting questions from 1 to 12, or is it only 8 to 12?
I think 1 to 12, we should
Okay.
be ready. Yeah,
G. Okay.
yes, yes. Because if you see the quiz 2, he had asked question, okay, from week 1 to 4 also. Okay,
One
so
question was there. Yeah.
yes, yes. So I'll cover the basic option types again. So option types is one is English type. English type
Hmm.
is also known as ascending type.
Hmm.
Okay, and once this is ascending type, this can be, we can say that it is akin to second price option. And I will just cover again with an example why it is such again. Dutch is the descending type, and it is akin to similar to this is to first price option. Then third is your pay auction, and fourth is common value auction. Common value, for example, it is not an auction, but it is a
Hmm.
type. Okay. So why English ascending type is a second price auction? So take an example that something is being bid and ascending, for example, and there are three bidders. And three bidders, their values are 100, 200, and 300.
We
Okay.
are we are discussing English type, na?
English type.
Mhm.
Okay. So the first bid, okay, for example, comes at 100. So all three will bid. Okay.
Mhm.
Next bid comes, okay, for example, 101. So 100 will only 200 and 300 now.
Mhm.
Now comes to 201. So only 300 will remain. And he
Hmm.
wins the bid. And how much he's paying? He's paying only 201. Okay. So he's
Mhm.
paying second bid, second price plus some delta.
Mhm.
So that's why your ascending type is similar to second price option.
G.
And if you now come to Dutch, so Dutch again the same bidders. He starts with okay, for example 500. So at 500 nobody is there. He comes to 400, nobody is there. He comes to 300, and this C A B C C wins. So it is the first prize. Okay, so he wins at 300 and pays at 300. So that's why it is similar to first prize auction.
Which one? Dutch.
Dutch, descending type. Okay.
Acha, it will start from 300, you are telling?
It is starting from 500, no bidder. So it
Acha.
decreases to 400, no bidder. It decreases to 300. This guy bids, okay, C bids, he wins and pays 300. So it is the
Hmm.
first prize, okay, where you are paying, you win and you pay your amount, okay, whatever
Acha.
you bid. Okay, so that's why this is a descending type is the first price. All pay auction is one where you bid, for example, this is a simultaneous, you have bid in, done 200, 200, 300. The 300 one guy, he wins, but everybody pays. Okay, so to the seller will get 100 plus 200 plus 300, 600. So this is the all pay auction. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll delete this. So we have covered the basics here, the payoffs here. I'll not go to the theory. Now I'll come to the certain basics here of the
What
on the
about common value?
common value is that when you are bidding for some item, you are bidding for example 100, 200, 300, and you have got some value that after bidding, after winning this, you want to sell it off. For example,
Mhm.
he wants to sell it off for 200, he wants to sell off for 350, he wants to sell it off for 500.
Mhm.
Okay, so you win Nakia, and after that, you sell it. Okay, so that is a common value auction,
अच्छा.
where okay, you are not keeping it for yourself, you are keeping for selling.
हाँ हाँ.
Okay. Okay. Now, certain strategies which are there, and I will not cover the theoretical part. So, in a second price auction, wherever there is a second price auction, your dominant strategy is always to bid true value. Okay. So this is an item, for example, it is on auction. There are three bidders, A, B, C, and they have got value. So for A, for example, the value is 100. For B is value is 200. C value is 300. So it is always better to bid true value. So A will bid 100, B will bid 200, C will bid 300, C will win, but will pay how much? will
200.
will pay 200. Okay. Now what is why it is a dominant strategy? Because if this C who's there, if he bids more also, then also he will win and he will pay 200 only.
Hmm.
If he bids less also, he will win less than 300, more than 200.
Hmm.
Still he will win and he will pay 200 only.
Yes.
So it is better that in all cases he bids his true value. So that's why it is a dominant strategy.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, second. So wherever a question comes about the second price auction, always bid your true value.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then comes the first price. In the first price, always bid your equilibrium strategy is there. Equilibrium strategy is bidding your true value n minus 1 over n into true value I. So, for example, if there are three bidders again, A, B, C, and value is 100, 200, 300. So, A should do 2 by third into 100. He should bid 2 by 3 into 200. And he should bid 2 by 3 into 300.
Hmm. Hmm.
So in this case, for example, the C, if he will win and he will pay 200 only.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. So in this, you have to remember that if there are only two bidders, then it will become V by two, VA by two, and VB by two.
Yes.
And as number of bidders increase, so for example, there was 100 and 200, so they would bid okay, how much? 50 and 100. But as number of bidders increase, for example, C comes 300, so then you will be bidding 2 by 300, 2 by 3 200, and 2 by 3 300. So
Hmm.
you can see as the number of bidders increase, your bid okay, now increases. Okay, so this is the takeaway. So you start bidding aggressively. So number of bidders increase and your bid okay, you start bidding aggressively.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is the for the first price. Okay. Now we come to all pay. So all pay, remember this formula for the first price was n divided by n minus 1 into vi. For
हाँ.
all pay is n divided by n minus 1 vi to power n. Okay. So in this case, for example, was 100, 200,
क्या
and
चीज?
300. So in this case, you will pay 2 by 3, 100 to power 3, 2 by 3, 200 to power 3, and 2 by 3, 300 to power 3. Is that
Oh,
okay?
this will be very huge, no? Numbers.
Yes, numbers okay, will be huge.
And everybody will end up paying. This person will keep on making money if people will keep on paying like that.
Yes, yes. So it is the bidding part here. Okay. So these are what we have learned till now, that if it is a second price, bid your true value. If it is a first price, you bid your n divided by n minus 1 divided by n into vi. If there are two players, then you will be bidding half of your true value.
Huh.
Okay. Now some other part I will cover, that in a this first prize what happens. For example, if there are two players only, if there are two players only, and for example, the value of an item is from 0 to 100, for example.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, when player A, for example, he bids X and his true value is V. Okay. So he's bidding X, okay, here.
Hmm. Hmm.
So his probability of winning the auction will become X by 100.
Hmm.
Probability of winning is equal to X by 100,
Hmm.
and his payoff will be V minus X.
Ah,
V,
yes.
V, V is the true value, and he
Correct.
is bidding X. Okay. So it means his expected payoff will be X by 100 into V minus X. This becomes X V by 100 divided minus X square by 100. This payoff.
Just let me see. Expected payoff is x by
Prob,
100 into v
prob,
minus x. Yeah, 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 yeah. Correct.
Probability to payoff.
Yes,
Now,
yes, yes,
if
yes.
we take derivative of this payoff with respect to x, this will become v by 100 minus 2x by 100.
Yes.
And for the max payoff, we equate it to 0. So from here, we get v minus 2x is equal to 0 and x is equal to v by 2. Okay.
Yes.
So for x, okay, for player 1 is v by 2. For player 2 also we do the same and we'll get okay, v b by 2. So here is va, and for player 2 also we'll get that his bid will be VB by 2. So that's how your equilibrium we get VA by 2 and VB by 2. Okay. And as the number of players they increase, it will become n minus 1 and VA, n minus 1 and VB, n minus 1 and VC, or like that. That's okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So why I covered it, because there are certain questions on the expected payoff also.
G.
So first price we have covered. We have covered second price. Okay, just now I just explained okay, what is there. So these are the takeaways, that for the first price, your expected okay, payoff, your bid okay, equilibrium strategy should be n minus 1 by n v. For all pay, I covered okay, that it should be n minus 1 divided by n vi
Yes,
to power
yes.
n. Okay. Okay. Now we come to common value. So common value, what happens that all the bidders they are bidding, and they have got some value. They don't know others' value, but they have got their own value. So that value is the one which they want to sell after bidding. So what happens? Most of the times, if he wins, then he might be at loss. He might be at loss. Why he might be a loss? For example, there are three bidders A, B, C. His value is common value is 300. His common value is 200. His common value is 100. So he wants to sell it at more than 300. He will
Hmm.
sell at more than 200. He will sell at 100. So when he will bid, he is considering his price 300, but the common value of that item is less than 300.
Hmm.
So he might win that bid. For example,
What
he
do you mean by common price?
common value means that this item which is there, it is being auctioned. Now A says that I will bid and I will sell this in market for more than 300. Okay. B says I will take it and I will sell this in market for more than 200. He says, I will purchase and I will sell it okay, for more than 100. So if you
Hmm.
see when the winner, so if you see the expected price in the market, which is there, it is less than 300.
हाँ.
So, but when he bids, he will consider this 300 rupees.
Hmm.
So he might win. For example, he bids okay, for 300, he wins it. But when he goes to sell in the market, now there are no takers.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
So that's why this is known as a winner's curse.
अच्छा.
Okay. So in the common value system, the rational bidder should take the winner's curse into account in the deciding on their bids.
Mm-hmm.
And a bidder should bid her best estimate of the value of the object, conditional on both conditions, on her private estimate, that what is her estimate, for example 300, and on winning the object at her bid, that if
Mm-hmm.
he wins the bid, how much value he is likely to get from the market by selling it.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is the now the next part comes the seller revenue. So seller revenue, important part is that in that seller, whether he sells in a second price, so in a second price or a first price, his revenue will always be n minus 1 divided by n plus 1.
अच्छा.
Expected payoff. Okay, expected payoff. And there is a revenue expectation theorem which says that in all types of auctions, seller's expected revenue is same.
अच्छा.
Okay, so this is okay, we have to remember. But if the catch is here, it is the expected revenue. Okay, whether he does second prize, first prize, all pay. So his expected revenue remains the same, which is n minus 1 divided by n plus 1. This is the main takeaway from here. And so I have written down all the main takeaways. I have covered the formulas till now. So what we have seen till now, the formulas we have seen for second prize,
Yeah.
dominant strategy is true value, whatever the
True
value is there.
value. Correct.
For first prize, it
It is
is
n
n
minus 1.
1 divided by n into vi.
Correct.
For pay all is n minus 1 divided by n vi to power n. Okay,
Was it n divided by n minus 1 or n minus 1 divided by n?
n minus 1 divided by. Okay. Now seller's revenue.
No, no, it is n. Acha, n divided by. Okay.
Yeah,
N.
n minus
N
1
minus
divided by
1
n.
divided by n. Okay.
Okay. Now there is another concept, okay, which says that, for example, if the seller has got some value, for example, he has got an item. Now he expects, okay, his value of this item is, for example, 100 rupees.
Hmm.
Okay. So when he auctions it, he should have some reservation price.
Mm-hmm.
So this reservation price formula is reservation price is equal to 1 plus u by 2. So whatever the value to the seller it is there, he should say that I will not sell it, auction it, or I will not give it less than 1 plus u by 2. So for example, if it was 99, he'll keep a reserve price as 50. That's okay.
नहीं, ये दोबारा बताएंगे?
Seller, he's selling some, auctioning some item, and
Yeah.
he values that item, that for him this item value is 99.
Yeah.
So then he will keep a reservation price. Otherwise, okay, somebody will come, okay, he will bid only 5 rupees and 10 rupees. The
Yeah.
10th person will win and he will take this item. So if you have seen this IPL auctions also, there is a reservation price. And in most of the
Mm-hmm.
auctions, there is a reservation price that
Mm-hmm.
you cannot bid less than that.
Mm-hmm.
And how that is calculated, reservation price is equal to u plus 1 by 2, where u is the value to the seller. So in this case, it is 99. So he will keep a reservation price as 50. That you cannot bid a less than 50.
Okay.
Okay. Now we come to now the practice problems. Okay, these practice problems, there are 5 6 problems, and things will become clear. So see, this is a question. At Chandan's bakery, a large handmade chocolate cake is being sold. There are 5 bidders: Amar, Zahir, Hitesh, Juhi, and Madan. The cake is worth 1,000 rupees to Amar, 200 to Zahir, and 50 to each of the others. The bidders
Mm-hmm.
do not collude and they don't know each other's valuations. If the seller sells it using an English auction, who would get the cake? Okay, so what was English auction?
So English auction is that second price, second amount you have to pay for the second amount,
Yes.
and you have to bid aggressively, like you have
So
to bid your true value.
yes, so Amar is English auction is your second auction. So Amar 1,000, Zahir this. Rest all Sakya, Hitesh, Juhi, and Madan they bid, for example, only
50
50.
rupees.
So who will win? Amar will win.
Amar, yes,
But how much he will pay?
200.
200. So always remember that in English auction, you pay the second price. Okay?
Hmm.
Okay. Now we come to the second part of this question. That suppose, and can we see how it happens? For example, this was an English auction. So
Hmm.
in starting, for example, that bakery guy, he said 50 rupees. Okay.
Hmm.
So everybody was there. A, Z, H, J, M. Everybody was there. Now
Hmm.
he increases to, for example, 100. So now
Hmm.
only A and Z are remaining. Now he
Hmm.
increases to 200.
Hmm.
And it is happening in bid second. So A to Z, okay, now only A, Z are there, 200. Now he
Yes.
increases to 300. So now only A is there.
Hmm.
So A will win the price, and A what okay, at any amount which is slightly more than 200. For example, it is 200.50. At 200.50, only A is there.
Hmm.
A wins and he pays how much? 200
200.
plus 200 plus slightly some delta, which is very, very
Okay.
small. So that's why it is similar to your second auction.
Okay.
Okay. And what happens if you do the second auction price auction? Then also the second part is, suppose the seller sells it in a sealed bid. Okay? So sealed bid, okay, what will happen? Everybody will have 1,000, 200, 50, 50, 50. So who will win? A will win. A will win and will pay how much? Will pay
200.
200. Okay. So this we have
What is the
seen.
difference between part 1 and part 2? They're same only, no?
They are just trying to explain through the example that English auction and the second prize auction, they are very, very similar.
Acha. Okay.
But okay, any question, if it comes in the question examination from the conceptual point of view, in English auction, always you will pay slightly more than the second prize auction.
Okay.
Okay. Second part is also very, very interesting question is there. Okay, so Koel is interested in quickly selling an old tractor she owns. She has got a tractor. If she doesn't sell her tractor to a consumer today, she will have to sell it to wholesaler for 1 lakh rupees. Koel knows there are two types of people interested in buying the tractor: professional tractor operators and the recreational users. Koel knows that a professional tractor would be willing to pay 6 lakh rupees, while a recreational user would be willing to pay 4 lakh 50,000. Now she finds that only two potential buyers have come to the tractors auction. These two buyers, they don't know each other. But Goel believes that probability that either is a professional tractor operator is independent of the other's type, and she believes that each of them has a probability of half being a professional tractor and a
Mm-hmm.
probability of half being a recreational user. Okay.
ठीक है.
So how the question has been formed? Goel has got a tractor, 1 lakh rupees. To her, presently, her value is 1 lakh rupees because she can sell it in to the scrap, okay, guy.
Haha.
Now she knows that there are two types of players. One is recreational and another is professional. Recreational can purchase it for 6 lakhs, and sorry, recreational can purchase for 4,50,000, and professional can purchase for 6 lakhs. Now two people they have arrived, one, two, and the probability of being recreational and professional is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Now she has got three options again. Option one is that post a price of 6 lakh rupees, and if nobody takes the tractor at that price, sell it to the wholesaler. Number one.
Mhm.
So what happens in this case? See, if two people they have turned up, they can be either R and R, they can be
Yes.
R and P, they can be P and R, and they can
Yes.
be P and P. And this is option one. Price she has quoted 600,000. So in this case, it will not be sold. So its value remains 1 lakh. In this case, P will win. So value is 6 lakh.
Mhm.
In this case, P will win. He will take 6 lakh. In this case, P will win 6 lakh. So your value for the coil is 3 by 4 or 18 lakhs. 3 by 4. 1 by 4 of 1 lakh
Mhm.
plus 3 by 4 of how much? 6 lakh.
6 lakhs.
Okay. So this become 25,000. This
Mhm.
become 1,50,000 into 3, 4,50,000. So this
Mhm.
become 4,75,000.
Mhm.
So your expected revenue is this in the option one. Is that okay?
Mhm.
In the second option, he says that she will post a price equal to the recreational tractor users buyer and
Acha.
sell it to anyone. So it means in this case, option two, recreational will win. He will pay 4,50,000.
Mhm.
Recreational will win 4,50,000. P will win and he will pay 4,50,000. So in all cases, she will get 4,50,000. So in
Yes.
option two, expected revenue is equal to 4,50,000.
Mhm.
Okay. Now there is a third option also. She says run a sealed bid auction and sell the tractor to the high bidder at the second highest bid. Okay. At the second highest
Mhm.
bid. If there is a tie, choose one. Okay, that's okay. So we will write okay, here only using a different color. So now we come to option three. Option three. Who will win? R will win. Both are doing 4,50,000. So expected of 4,50,000.
Yes.
R and P. P will win, but he will pay 4,50,000. Second price
Yes.
option.
Yes.
Here also 4,50,000. Here P will win, but he will pay 6 lakhs because the second bidder is also 6 lakhs.
Mhm.
Okay. So in the third option, in option three, your expected is equal to 3 by 4 into 4 lakh 50,000
Mhm.
plus 1 by 4 into 6 lakhs.
Yes.
So when you solve it, it will become 3 into 4 1 ja 4, 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, 4 5 ja 20 plus 1 lakh 50,000. So this will become 0 0 3 5 ja 15, 3 ja 6 1 7, 3 1 ja 3, 3 1 ja 3 plus 1 lakh 50,000. This will become 0 0 5 7 3 plus 5 8. So 3 plus 1 4. 4 lakh 8 4,87,500. So
Mhm.
of all the three options, which one is beneficial to her? The third
Eight
option.
seven four. Yeah. 4,875.
Okay. So that's how you calculate again these kind of questions. Okay. So option three is the best option. Now third example is the Sumerian government has decided to replace an old bridge with a new bridge. There are two
Mhm.
contractors who would be able to build the new bridge. The government does not know exactly what it would cost either of the contractors to do this job. The investigators have discovered the cost will take any of these three values: H, M, or L, high, medium,
Okay.
or low. The
Yeah.
investigators have also determined that for each contractor, the probability is 1 by 3 that the cost is H, 1 by 3 that the cost is M, and 1 by 3 that the cost is L, and that the
Mm-hmm.
probability distribution is independent between the two contractors.
Mm-hmm.
Each contractor knows its own cost but thinks that the other costs are equally likely to be HMLL. The government is confident the contractors will not collude.
Mm-hmm.
A specially appointed advisor has advised the government to accept sealed bids from the two contractors for constructing the bridge, and it announces that it will award the contract to the low bidder, but will pay the low bidder the amount bid by the other contractor. So this is an important term. Okay. If there is a tie for the low bidder, one of the bidders will be selected at random to get the contract. Note in this case, each contractor would find it in his own interest to bid his true valuation. So, what will happen here? See, in this case, how the game is being formed, that there are two contractors who have come,
Mm-hmm.
and the values can be L, H, M, M.
Mm-hmm.
So they can be L and L, L and
Mm-hmm.
M, L and H, M
Yes.
and L, M, 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 H, H, L, H, M, and H, H. So here who will win? L, and government will pay how much? L, L only.
Yes.
L will win, but government will pay M.
Yes.
Here L will win, but government will pay H. L will win, government will pay M. M will win, government will pay M. M will win, government will pay H. L will win, pay H. M win, H. H wins, H. Okay. So it means, so government pays L in how many cases? Only 1 by 9. M 1, 2, 3, 3 by 9. And
Mm.
H pays 5 by 9. So
Okay.
government expected payoff, how much it will pay will be 1 by 9 into L plus 3 by 9 into M plus
Ha
5
ha.
by 9 into H. Okay, this is the expected government pay. So this is the first
5
question.
by 9. Where did we get 5 by 9 from?
See H,
Actually, this was the initial this thing.
H, okay, how many times we are paying H?
Mm-hmm.
So out of 9 times we are paying 5 times. M, okay, we are paying 3 times, and L we are paying only 1 time. Okay. When the government said that okay, we will award the contract to the low bidder,
Mm-hmm.
but we will pay him the amount quoted by the other bidder.
Okay.
Okay, so then okay, the contractors they will bid their true value.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now the second part is that so we have calculated okay, this part. Now the second part, an auditor comes and he challenges the mechanism. He says you pay only the his true bid only. That if L wins, you pay him L only. If wins, pay him L only. L, L, M, M, L, M, and H. He says this okay, like this. So
Mm-hmm.
what will happen in this case in actual thing that now the contractor will not bid his true value,
Yeah.
because if he's likely to get only his this whatever he's bidding, so either in the future he will deceive, he will do a non-standard work, or he will bid the higher amount. So what will happen if the second strategy is chosen, then this will
Mm-hmm.
become, so now these contractors will bid MM in this case,
Yes.
MH, MH, HM, HH, HH, HM, HH, and HH. Now who wins? M. Government pays M. M.
Mm-hmm.
Government pays M. 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 M, M, H, 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 M, M, H, H, and here H, H. So 5 by 9 times you are paying M,
Mm-hmm.
and 4 by 10 9 times you are paying H. So this strategy will be good only when this payoff which is there 5 by 9 M
Hmm.
plus 4 by 9 H
Mm-hmm.
is less than 1 by 9 L plus 3 by 9 M plus 4 by 9 H. Sorry, 5 by 9 H. This strategy will be only that because then only the government expenditure is less. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So from here, okay, you will get 5 by 3 9 M minus this will become 2 by 9 M. 4 here it will come 1 by 9 H should be
Mm-hmm.
less than 1 by 9 L. 9 9 cancels. So in case 2M minus H is less
नहीं
than
ये
H,
कहाँ से आया ये वाला लाइन कहाँ से आया 2/9 माइनस 1 ये वाला कहाँ से आया
इसको 3 if you take this side 5
अच्छा
minus
अच्छा
3
अच्छा
2
ओके ओके ओके
if you
ओके
take this side, okay.
यस यस
So only in this case, for example, if these values they satisfy, then your second type of auction is good,
ओके ओके
is better, okay. Otherwise your first ticket auction is better, okay. Now we go to third example.
हम्म
Okay, so this example is basically to prove again that why. Okay, so this is an example. Aparna and Bhaskar are bidding for an object. The seller will accept bids from each bidder and will sell the object to the highest bidder at the highest bidder's bid. So it is a
हम्म
first price auction. Each bidder believes that the other is equally likely to value the object at any amount between 0 and 100.
हम्म
So both they 0 to 100 and uniform
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन
distribution is there.
हम्म
Okay. Now, question number one. What Aparna's belief regarding the probability that Bhaskar values the object at less than 30? So,
ओके
if Aparna is thinking that Bhaskar thinks it is less than 30, so this is
हम्म
how much it is 30%.
हम्म
30% times okay, she will believe that Bhaskar is valuing it is
यस
less than 30. Okay.
यस
Now, the object is worth 80 to Aparna. If Aparna gets object, his profit will be the difference between 80 and what she pays for it.
यस
If Aparna does not get the object, this profit will be zero. Aparna will be looking to bid in a way to maximize her expected profit.
हम्म
Suppose that Aparna thinks that Bhaskar will bid exactly what object is worth to him. Okay, if she bids 70 for the object, what is her belief regarding the probability that she will get the object?
हाँ ठीक
So,
है
so if she has bid at 70, her belief of winning will be equal to 70 by 100.
हाँ
So this will become 0.7. And what will
हम्म
be her payoff? Will be 80
पॉइंट
minus
सेवन
80 minus 70.
हाँ 80 - 70
So this is 10. Therefore, expected profit is equal to 0.
80 we are getting why we are getting 80 - 70
For her true value was okay 80.
अच्छा ओके ओके ओके
She wins at 70
70 या
and the probability of winning is 0.7.
ठीक है
So expected profit is how much? 7.
हम्म
Okay. Now in the second case, she
या
said, okay, this we have done, okay, 7, okay, we have calculated. Second, let's continue with the assumption that Bhaskar will bid exactly what the object is worth to him. Suppose Aparna bids X for object, X is number between 0 and 100. What is the probability that she will get the object? What is her profit in this case? And what is her expected profit as a function of X? So see, she bids at X, this is 0 to 100. She is bidding at X. So
हम्म
probability of winning is equal to X by 100.
करेक्ट
Now, her payoff will be 80 minus x.
Yes.
Therefore, expected profit is equal to x by 100 into 80 minus x.
Ha.
Okay. Now, if you can calculate, okay, this will become 80x by 100 minus x square by 100.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have not asked, but if she wants to maximize her profit, she will do
Then.
profit divided by x. This will become 80 by 100 minus 2x by 100 is
Yes.
equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 40. So for maximizing her profit, see in the first price auction, her true value is 80. So,
Yes.
so she should bid okay, how much? 80
40.
by 80 by 2, which is coming from
Yes.
n minus 1 m
Yes.
into b. Okay. So this was the case when she thinks that Bhaskar will bid his true value, whatever he's
Yes.
thinking, and he will bid okay. So we have seen. The second case they are trying to prove uh, that if the Bhaskar will bid only half of the amount taken.
Ha ha.
Okay, if the Aparna believes that Bhaskar will bid exactly, so what is the best thing to do if Aparna believes that Bhaskar will bid only half as much as the object is worth to him? Okay, so see, I will formulate in a mathematical form. This is 0 to 100, the
Yes.
atom value 0 to 100. Now, Bhaskar value, for example, Bhaskar true value is VB.
Yes.
And Aparna thinks that Bhaskar will bid half. Therefore, Bhaskar bid B, that is BB, will be V by 2.
Yes.
Now, Aparna bids, for example, Aparna bids BA. She will win only, she will win only when BA is greater than BB.
Yes.
It means BA greater than VB by 2.
Yes.
Now, what is the probability of this? So, this we can write probability of VB less than 2BA.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Uh, BA greater
नहीं
than.
ठीक है ना?
No, no, sorry. Yes, you're right. तो यहाँ पे greater than BB or
Hmm.
is equal to probability of BA greater than BB by 2 or
Yes.
BB is less than BA.
Yes.
Now, this probability, जो VB is less than 2BA, so here is okay, your VA. So the probability will become is equal to probability of this 2 into VA 0. Or 20 by 100 into VA, whatever the value of
20.
so,
Okay.
sorry यहाँ पे VA नहीं है, यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन गलत है। अच्छा, ये हो जाएगा VB less than 2BA.
हाँ वही आई वाज थिंकिंग कहाँ से आ गया
Okay,
ये.
okay.
यस या.
So now she has bid a क्या, for example यहाँ पे इसने she has bid a क्या BA.
यस.
So probability of her winning will be twice of the of BA.
ओके.
And अगर इसको probability हम क्या निकालते हैं तो this will be divided by 100.
ओके.
Okay, so this is the probability she will win even if Bhaskar is bidding his half true value.
अच्छा.
Okay, so now in this case, for example, if the question is there, if Aparna bids rupees 30, what is the probability she will win?
60%.
Yes, so it will become 60%. Okay, so ये हमारा हो गया this part. Now second part है, now just के इसको दो नोट से कर लेते हैं and क्या how that equilibrium will come. Aparna thinks Bhaskar is bidding half. Bhaskar is bidding half. Bidding half. Okay. Therefore, Bhaskar bid is V by 2. Aparna bid is BA. So Aparna to win, BA should be greater than V by 2.
Yes.
Probability of this BA greater than V by 2 is equal to probability of VB less than 2BA,
B to B.
which is equal to 2 by 100 BA.
Ha.
Okay. Now, when she wins 2 by 100 BA into her value V of A minus B of A will be her profit, expected
Yes.
profit, expected profit. Now, take expected profit by B of A will become 2 by 100 VA
Yes.
minus this is BA. This will become BA square. BA square यहाँ पे हो जाएगा 4BA by 100. Is that okay?
Hmm. आप differential only you are doing, na?
Yes, yes. So this
Yes.
becomes 0. So here BA will become BA by 2.
Yes.
And similarly, for Bhaskar, in any condition, so we saw one condition when Aparna was thinking that Bhaskar will bid his true value full, then also we had got okay, that she should bid only VA by 2.
Yes.
And if Bhaskar is bidding half also, then also your bid is VA by 2.
Yes. Yes.
Similarly, symmetrically, Bhaskar will also bid BB is equal to V by 2. So this example, what they have given, just to prove that in a first price auction, your equilibrium which is there, it is n minus 1 over n into Vi. This is your equilibrium.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now we come to main takeaways. Okay, I have written here. Okay. Now we come to GAs. Okay, straight away.
Yes.
Okay. GAs. So first question is regarding eBay. eBay,
Mhm.
it says the way a typical eBay auction works is that a good is placed for sale and each bidder plays a proxy bid, which eBay keeps in memory. If you enter a proxy bid that is lower than the current, then your bid is ignored. If, however, it is higher, then the current bid increases up to one increment only, say 1 cent.
Acha. Okay.
So, for example, it was 80, 90, 100,
Hmm.
and you bid 120.
Hmm.
So, your higher will increase by only 100.1. Is that okay?
If you enter a proxy bid that is lower than the current highest bid,
Yeah.
then your bid is ignored. However, higher than current bid increases up to okay.
So they have given an example. For example, there are three people placed bids on a used laptop 55, 98, and 112.
Yeah.
The current price will be 98.01. So it is like a second price auction.
Yeah.
If the auction ended, the player who bid 112 will win, but he will pay only 98.01. So it is a second price auction.
Acha.
If he were to place a bid of 103.45, then the one who bid 112 would win, but now he will pay 100 0.46.
Correct.
While if your bid was 123.12, you will win and you will pay 112.01. So it is a second price auction.
Yes.
Okay. So bidding more than your valuation is a weakly dominated by actually bidding your valuation. The first statement is this. So we know that in a second price auction, your true value which is there,
Yes.
it is a strongly
Yes.
dominated strategy. Okay, and rest all other strategies are weakly dominated.
Okay.
Okay, so when you will bid more than your value, so it is a thing like this, that you are getting this item, you are valuing at 300, but you are bidding at 350, and the second is 200. So still you will win and you will pay 200 only.
Yes.
So it is, that's why it is a weakly dominated. Still, it is dominating.
Huh.
Okay. Whereas like a 300 is a strongly dominated.
Hmm.
Okay. So these concepts which are there, they will come handy. Strongly dominated, weakly dominated. Now, second is again from the concept, bidding less than your valuation weakly dominates actually bidding your value. So your 300 value was there. Now
Hmm.
you are bidding 200.
Haha.
Now many a times what happens if you are dominant, there might be a player here whose value is 250.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, you will not win this auction.
Yes.
So that's why it is not weakly dominating. Whereas in this case, where you are bidding higher, still you win and you pay the same, so it is still dominating. But in this case, you might get dominated. So it is not dominating. It is false.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Now comes the third part. Third part is about eBay. Would you follow the eBay's recommendation? So eBay is following the second okay, price. So it is good for me.
Yes.
I will go for true value and okay, so that's why it is yes. Okay. Now second part is this. Basically, in every question we have to form the mathematical form of these questions.
Acha.
So Mohan and Charan, they both students of game theory of IIT Chennai, fans of old board games. They go hard in Chennai. They go both end up at one stand. One board game is offered in a second prize auction. So this is the keyword. So it is a second prize auction.
ठीक है.
If they both bid the same, the winner is decided with the toss of a coin, and the
Hmm.
winner pays the bid as the second bid coincides with the first. While both
Okay.
of them are, of course, very interested, nobody else cares about the old game. So only there are two participants, Mohan and Charan only.
Hmm.
They know each other well. In particular, they both know the willingness to pay for the game of the other.
हाँ.
Mohan is willing to pay 60,000. Charan is willing to pay maximum 70,000.
हाँ.
Only admissible bids are 50,000, 60, and 70,000.
Okay.
Represent the situation as a normal form game and answer the following questions. So let's form the game first. So see,
Normal form is stable only, no?
yes, Charan. There's Charan and Mohan. So bids are 50,000, 60,000, 70,000.
Mm-hmm.
50,000, 60,000, 70,000. And here only we
Yes.
write the values. So Mohan value is 60,000. Charan value is 70,000 value. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's see. Let's take an example. Mohan 50, Charan 50. Now probability of winning is half okay because toss they're doing. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So now his probability is half and his probability is half.
Yeah.
So what will be his payoff now? It will be payoff will for Mohan will be 60 minus 25.
Yes.
For
Yes.
him it will be 70 minus 25.
Correct. Correct.
So your here you will get 60 minus 25 is
Is
35,
35 and 45.
45. Okay. Now let's calculate for another 60, 60.
Okay.
60, 60 will become now will become 60 minus 30 and 70 minus 30. So this will become 30 and 40.
Okay.
And now we come to 70, 70, 70, 70. So
35,
60
35.
minus 35,
Mm-hmm.
60 minus 35 and 70 minus 35.
Yes.
So 25 and
35.
35. 25 and 30. So this was the Okay. Now in rest all cases, it is easy.
It is easy. Yeah.
Mohan bids 50, Charan bids 60, Charan wins. So Mohan's profit is zero.
Yes.
Charan has won, but
10, 10.
he'll pay 50.
Ah, he'll pay 50. Correct.
So
20.
his benefit is 20.
Yes, yes.
In this case also his benefit is 20.
Correct.
In this case he is zero and he pays 50. His benefit will become 610. Here also 10.
Yes, yes,
Okay. 60, 70, 0. He pays 60, 70 minus 60, 10.
yes,
60, 70. So his is 0. He will pay 60, 60 minus 60 is 0.
yes.
So this is your normal form. So now first question they have asked, there is no strictly dominated strategy for Mohan and Charan. So let's check for Mohan and Charan.
Strictly dominated.
Yeah. So कैसे उसको how do we check it क्या first
हाँ,
क्या
वो तो देखते हैं ना। वो
हाँ
पुराना ही जैसे हम लोग करते थे ना।
yes yes so let's check
Yes,
क्या first for क्या Mohan. So when we
मोहन।
are checking for Mohan we check only for Mohan क्या and क्या this
Yes, column
row
wise.
this place. So here and the question is what क्या dominated strictly dominated. Okay. So in this case see 10 and 10 are dominated. In
Yes,
this case 0 and 0 are dominated.
yes.
In this case 0 and 0 are dominated. So for Mohan, there is no strictly dominated.
Yes,
No strictly dominated. Now we check for Charan. Charan we check like this.
yes,
So 45, 20, 20. 20 and 20 are dominated.
yes.
Here 0 is dominated
Mhm.
and here 0 is dominated. Okay, we'll cut it off now. We'll have session again tomorrow. I've got
चलेगा,
something.
चलेगा।
Okay,
ओके, ओके, ओके। थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
bye.
बाय।